And we're live again?
We are live now in Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. We got Robert on board, and he's smiling this beautiful Sunday morning in, where are we, in Venice? Or no, Marina Del Rey.
Now we're in Venice.
We were in Marina Del Rey. Boy, we're just moving across country here.
So
how are you this fine Sunday morning?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. On my way to pick up my car, go to the pool, work out, do something good for myself today.
Well, hopefully in the next 16 minutes, I'll have you doing fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Because it's much better than doing well. But at least you say it in proper English. 99% of the people, when asked the rhetorical question, how are you, say good, which is poor English.
Yes.
And it's a poor answer because it's a lame answer, it's a blow-off answer, and it means nothing. And the question means nothing. But I just found out recently in one of my interviews where that question came from. How are you? Do you know where it originates?
No.
From the Black Plague. People cared how you were. They walked up to you to say, how are you? To see if you had the plague. It makes a lot of sense to me. And but today they're just saying it to say hello.
Turn right onto South Venice Boulevard.
That's how Americans say hello. Are we going to Wilshire or something? Are we going right on Venice?
Either one will take us there.
I like the Pacific Coast. What do you think?
PCH.
PCH, but ocean.
It's a lot more
It's
scenic. There's much more fun stuff to look at
Exactly.
on Pacific Avenue than
exactly
Lincoln
is the freeway. So, have you lived here long?
I've been in West LA for the past 40 years, probably.
Okay. My stepdad was the first abstract expressionist in Venice. We lived at Pacific and 28th in 1956.
Wow.
Yeah. We're in the cover of Life magazine, actually. It was called Beatsville versus Squaresville.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So what do you do, Robert?
I am a chiropractor.
A chiropractor, a doctor
I am.
of sorts. According to 2 men and what is it?
Oh,
2 men and
2.5 Men.
2.5 men.
And I can't tell you I've ever watched an entire episode of that.
Really?
So,
It's
and
hilarious.
I also lifeguard at the beach, and I can't tell you I've ever watched a single episode of Baywatch.
Well, you should watch 2.5 Men because he's a chiropractor, and they always put him down because they said it's not some real doctor. You know? So you should watch shows that have something to do with you. You know, but you're making people well. So now, if you start to become fantastic instead of well, your patients are going to have more respect for you because that's such a positive thing to be fantastic. Have you ever met anyone in your life? Think about it. That says they're fantastic. Not that you think, like your spouse or your best friend or your mother, that say they're fantastic when asked how they are.
Rarely.
No, not rarely.
No.
Have you ever?
Have I ever?
Ever?
Other than you? No.
Yes. Because if you've met one person once in your entire life, and you're probably 30 or 40 years old,
Oh, you're a doll.
you would remember them. I'm a politician too. No, I may be a politician. No, we don't talk politics or religion on my show. That's two of the taboos because no one knows anything about either one of those.
Well said.
We're only taught what we read, and people are feeding us that crap. I don't know what they are. Anyway, so you're a chiropractor in the city here,
Yes.
and you've healed many people.
Pardon?
And you've healed many people.
I think I've been very, very helpful in my pursuits.
That's great. And I suppose you.
I do my share.
I can only imagine.
The body does the rest.
I only can imagine working on beautiful young women is probably your preference.
Once they're laying face down on the table, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
But
I gotta ask you a
not
question.
so much that. It's more how fun and interesting the person is, and how they want to approach what's going on with them. They want to be a victim of their pain and be stuck in shtick misery about it, and not want to try to do what they need to do to help themselves.
Right.
Then it's they can be drop dead gorgeous, and it's going to be a difficult time treating them.
What about CBD? What do you know about that?
I know very little about it. I know what it is.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing drug. It comes from the hemp plant, and it's basically been known to cure stage 4 cancer, diabetes, arthritis, pain. What it does is we all have a cannabinoid in us, but we lose them as the effectiveness of them as we get older. So these cannabinoids heal your cells on a molecular structure level. So it's an amazing, and you're not hearing about it because the greedy farm companies don't have the piece of the action.
Oh yeah.
So it's all about greed, you know.
It's the hottest stock right now in Canada are all of the hemp companies.
Right.
It's like they're looking at what those companies are doing on the stock market right now, and they're saying that it's like the .coms.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
The cannabis
valuations.
business is an amazing business, as well as CBD. But cannabis is the way I look at it. It's Wild Wild West, of course, and it's just it's the frontier. But it's so regulated and it's so precise. If you invest in a dispensary or a grow, you know exactly how much money you're going to make. You open up a donut shop, you don't know if you're going to be in business a year from now.
This is true.
But in the cannabis business, you know exactly, because the demand outperforms the supply at this point.
Yes.
It's amazing. I guess we all want to get high and smoke our troubles away, our worries away.
Yes.
But I'm on a mission to make the world a better place, one smile at a time. Or as I like to say, 2 smiles at a time. Because when you become fantastic and you tell people that you're fantastic, they smile. So you're making the world better 2 smiles at a time. And if you can make one person smile today by being fantastic, you've done a good thing. If you make 10 people smile today by being fantastic, you've done great. And if you can make more than that smile, you've done fantastic. How's that sound?
Well, I just means I got a lot of people I got to meet today.
Well, you're going to meet a lot of people. Watch what happens now. Try it for Sunday. You know, I'm Dr. Fantastic. I've just given you the prescription for a happier and longer life. Do you know why you're going to live longer? By being fantastic. Do you know why?
Tell me why.
Because when you smile, the endorphins, the dopamine, and serotonin are released, and they reduce the stress in your life. And when you reduce your stress, what happens?
Yeah.
You live longer.
You live longer.
There you go. So you're going to be happier by being fantastic. You're going to live longer. You're going to make other people happier and live longer, even if it's a total stranger. There's nothing wrong with that. But a fantastic person is a person who will let someone in traffic. That's a novel idea, huh? Let them in traffic instead of blocking it and going like this. You know, we all didn't.
Damn it, that one car length is going to make the difference in my day.
Exactly. And the other metaphor I like to use is everyone is rushing to red lights. See that red light a quarter of a mile ahead of us? If I push my accelerator like he's doing, and he's doing, and she's doing, they're spending money on gas. And they're not going to get to their destination any sooner by stopping at that red light. So I'm going to glide. My suggestion is, people, you see a red light, take your foot off the accelerator and glide to it.
Not only do you use less gas,
your brakes.
You got it.
Watch, I won't even tap my brakes on this. They're all lined up here. They're all happy to be in line at a red light, right? I'm gliding up to the red light. Hopefully I won't even have to tap my brakes. And how much longer are they going to last?
Yep.
People, take your foot off the accelerator when you see a red light, please. And let people in traffic. Fantastic person is a giving person that believes in karma, doing right to other people. So I want you to be fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And
that's what I look to do.
I think I gave you the card, right?
Got it right here.
Okay, that card, after you become fantastic, you hand it to someone else and invite them to be fantastic, because we only have 640 some odd people in the movement. And one day I want to have 1 million people being nice to one another, being
for no good reason at all, other than
just
the fact that that's how you treat people.
That's how you should. But we're all greedy. We don't care about anyone else. Cut them off in traffic. Don't let them in front of you. You know, they're on their little bubbles. They're just selfish.
Watch out for this asshole over here.
Selfish, litigious society. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Open doors for people. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I do it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I get thanked about 70% of the time, which is kind of weird. You know, if someone opens the door for you, don't you say thank you? Yeah. Isn't that the polite thing to say? Did your mom teach you that?
And whether they do or not, I always say you're welcome.
Exactly. My sister was saying that the other day. Nice and loud too. You're welcome. People.
It's not snarky. It's just a little bit of a, hey, come on, get with the program.
So let's get some recommendations for our listeners on how to treat their body so they don't need to visit you.
I guess, unfortunately, when it comes to diet, I am not the best person to consult with diet. Yes, sirree.
Got the get going, me too.
It's when it comes to that.
Diet's a 4-letter word. I don't like 4-letter words.
Yes.
Like work, things like that, So go ahead.
When it comes to diet, I mean,
That's a progressive. That's a
Actually,
preventive.
I would probably say everything's about balance.
Yeah.
You can drink wine, but you got to work out. You can have meat, but you have to also do this, that.
Right.
It's all about balance. Then it's about exercise.
Yeah.
And maintaining your stress, and that, like you said, there are so many different mental approaches to reducing your stress, from mindfulness to meditation to simply just being focused on making the world a better place.
And be fantastic. Say the word often as you can.
Yeah.
It's the only word, not awesome, not wonderful, not great, not okay, not fine. None of those words in that answer to that lame-ass question put a smile on your face. Fantastic. Say it. Say, I am fantastic.
I am fantastic.
Say, I am fan-fucking-tastic.
Ah, thank you.
That's not a cuss word. Because
Fan-fucking-tastic?
It's an adjective.
Ah.
It's an adjective. So I'm gonna put a bill in Congress that when you say it in that sentence, it's because it makes people laugh every time. Every time you say that to someone, they'll get a belly laugh. Matter of fact, I was on TV last night. I had to tape it. It was on a show called Shameless.
Oh gosh, yes, I've heard of it. I've not watched it. Love William Macy.
And the guy goes, "Ask me how I am. Ask me how I am." He goes, "Okay, well, how are you?" He goes, "I'm fan-fucking-tastic." By the way, 3 people got in the car, because I ask everyone how they are, because I'm a motivational speaker, and 3 people out of over 1,000 said, "I'm fan-fucking-tastic" as their answer. And I said,
"That's not bad."
I said, "I'm interviewing you. Get up here." And the guy in the front, and I interviewed him. That's not bad. That's horrible. 3 out of 1,000.
Well, I mean, fan-fucking-tastic is not a word
that's professional. That's the professional level of being fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, that is.
You got to really
you can only be NBA All-Star, when it comes to verbiage.
Exactly.
And so many
But being
fields.
fantastic, I would say only 10 said it, and of the 1,000 I've interviewed and 450 I have on tape, only 38 so far have ever met someone in their life that's fantastic. 38. And you never forget them as long as you live. You'll never forget me as long as you live. Not that I want you to remember me at all, but I want you to remember being fantastic, certainly. Because watch what happens. Oh, you're not a single guy, right?
Yes.
You are single?
Yes.
Oh, my God. And hopefully you're like girls. I shouldn't say hopefully because, it's a gay thing nowadays. The next girl that looks in your eyes and says, "How are you?" If you don't say you're fan-fucking-tastic, you're nuts. Because it's going to make them laugh. And as you might know, girls like to laugh. They like guys that make them laugh. Mm-hmm. You're a good-looking, successful guy. You tell that to a girl, she'll be melting in your arms.
Aw, what a wonderful thought.
Watch, it works every time. It's the best opening line because you can't make a first impression a second time. You make a girl laugh when she first says hello to you, it's all over. If you want her, she's yours. You watch. Doctor.
I will.
Doctor.
I will. Thank you. I'll take that prescription.
You should take that prescription to your grave. It'll work for a long time. So I had an 89-year-old woman on board, and I taped her, did an interview with her, and I said, "Have you ever met anyone in your life that's fantastic? That says they're fantastic?" That's the difference. And she said, "My late husband," she's 89, she's outlived 2 guys so far, said it every time he was asked. I said, "That is great."
Wow.
I said to her, "How did it make you feel?" She says, "It made me feel wonderful every time he said it, and it made my friends feel wonderful. It was fantastic." And I said, "Okay, well, knowing that you felt that good by hearing it, just by hearing it, why don't you say it?" She goes, "I never thought of it." But she says, I tell you, I'm going to be that the rest of my life. She's going to say she's fantastic now. Because she understood how she felt. Because when you say it to people, they're going to smile. And here's another thing, Doctor. It's going to create engagement. You might agree, there's no engagement anymore. People aren't talking to each other. They're on their phones. They're walking across the street getting run over because they're on their phones texting.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no engagement. When you tell people you're fantastic, you just opened up the door for engagement every time. Because you've never met one that's somebody who's fantastic till today. So it's just a shame that there aren't more fantastic people out there. Well, there's 600 now. But, and we're moving every day. There's 5 or 10 more joining.
That's great.
It's fantastic.
I think this is a great, no pun intended, vehicle by which you can do
I
this.
can't wait to jump out of bed and do this for a couple hours every day. It's my morning ritual. And I meet someone new every day, of course, and I introduce being fantastic every day to someone new. And now we have a podcast. I'd love you to, there's a 714 number on there, to call in any day between 2 and 2:45 and tell me how it's going. Because you're going to notice the difference with your patients, because you deal with a lot of patients,
Yes,
I imagine, right?
I do.
And they're going to say, well, actually, doctors usually say, they don't say, how are you to you, because they're there to get treated. So you won't find that, I guess, a lot with your patients asking how you are, because they don't care how you are. You're there to be treated, not to be asking you that question, I guess.
And I'll have to take into consideration, whether or not it's the proper doctorly way to greet a patient by saying, "I'm fan-fucking-tastic."
Well, don't say fucking. That's only for the professional level for women that you meet.
Okay.
Regular people, you just want to be fantastic, and it just makes them feel good. You want to make your patients feel good, but see, they're going to get more confidence in you. See, here's what happens. You're going to sell more if you're in sales, if you're fantastic. As an employee, you're going to move up the ranks in an organization, because people want fantastic people to be part of their team. I love teaching this to the teachers, the therapists, and the counselors, because no one's thinking this thought to be fantastic. So, and now they can teach their followers, their students, the mindset of thinking positive. It's positive, as you might agree, thoughts manifest positive actions. Negative thoughts manifest negative actions. And the mind, people don't realize how powerful the mind is, but you create your destiny. You heard this saying, I think, therefore I am. Right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
So you have a choice now. Do you want to be good, okay, fine, well, or fantastic? Because whatever you think you're going to be. Did I just run over somebody? It looked like someone was in the sidewalk there. That's not a good thing. That's not a fantastic thing, running over people. But I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to introduce this thought. Try it for the day. Try and see how it fits. I think you'll be very impressed on the results, both for you and for others. It's about karma. It's about giving, making someone else. A girl got in the car, said she was sad and lonely. That was her answer. Only one person so far out of the thousands.
Well, she was honest.
She was honest, but I told her, here's what I told her. I said, I have good news for you, and I've got bad news for you. The bad news is, if you tell total strangers that you're sad and lonely, you're not going to make many friends. And you're manifesting it. You're believing it. You're living it. You're telling people it, and you're going to be stuck in that position. That's the bad news. The good news is, you just met Dr. Fantastic, and I'm going to give you the prescription for a happier and longer life. Even you're feeling down, you're feeling terrible, say that word. It'll make you smile. It'll make you feel a little bit better. But more importantly, the person you said it to is going to want to be your friend. You just told me you're fantastic. Mm-hmm. You're going to make friends that way, and you're going to not be sad and lonely anymore. So it's a means to an end. Some people say fake it till you make it. You really have to put positive thoughts in your mind. Not that you're sad and lonely. You got to think positive. Look what you have. You have your health. If you have your health. Actually, people who lose their health or lose their limbs. Like, I interviewed a guy the other day. His sister left. No?
You can drop me off at the light up here.
Okay. I met a guy.
We're wrapping it up here.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Met a quadriplegic on the beach, and he was fantastically happy. But anyway, so, Doctor, it was a real pleasure. One more block to go, and we're done. Thank you. If you guys like what you're seeing, visit the doctor. Is there a practice you want to tell them about?
Oh, I'm Dr. Kilroy, Bob Kilroy.
Dr. Kilroy, what a great name that is. And look him up. Yeah, he's in what city is your office?
I think this is West LA.
Oh, you're in West LA.
We are about to. We are again at another transition point.
Yes.
We're in Santa Monica right now.
Yes. Santa Monica.
We'll get to that light. We'll be in West LA.
There we go. We went through 4 cities so far with the good doctor. Dr. Kilroy, thank you for participating. You like what you're seeing? Share, like, subscribe, and call in any day at 2 p.m. to 714-316-9829. Let us know how Being Fantastic is going. Thank you guys for listening. Have a fantastic day.